Hello and welcome to another Raggy's Beers, Wines and Spirits review on a bloody freezingly cold wet day. At work today, absolutely thoroughly soaked, crappy British weather. So, reviewing today, Harbour and their Little Rock IPA. 6.3%. Aroma, intense honey hops. On the palate, warm and rich malt with pleasing citrus hop, and the finish is bold, long and juicy. We'll see. Not going to be a long review because I'm absolutely frozen, and I got on the bed upstairs just to get warm, started to nod off, so I thought I'd better go and do a review and then get inside and chill for the night. Soaked to the skin today. There's a pitfall with working outside sometimes, especially in a new job. Had I been at this job a while, I would have made the decision that I was not working in it and found something else to do. I mean, in the end, we put away the gardening thing, and I went because of the actual sheer amount of rain that it was flooding drains and stuff. So, but you know, sometimes in my old role, I would have just gone and done something else inside, because it's not fit for anybody to work in reality. So, good carbonation and lacing on this dark amber colour, off-white head, intense aromas of citrus. It says it's honey hops, but all I'm getting citrus on the palate. It is actually malty. The colour does give it away, I suppose, but so there's a maltiness to it. There's definitely a citrus element in there, because obviously it's all in the flavour, in the aroma as well. Yeah, and it's quite nice on the whole, really. Quite a different IPA. You know, you get a lot of IPAs and all very samey. The malt element, the dark malt element, you know, does give it something that, I'll put it this side, does give it something that some of the other beers just don't have. And very different too. Oh my god, I'm cold. If it weren't for the fact that we'll probably have a barbecue in the next week or two, I'm going to think about bringing my heater back in here and cracking the heater on, getting the place warmed up for winter beer reviews, or at least up to a certain time when I think, oh sod that, I'm not bloody going down the shed. Although it looks like the beer room's going to be host to the hot tub this winter, as in we took it down last year and it dried all funny, so we're going to bring it in here and let it dry in here naturally, and hopefully it'll get rid of any funniness. But obviously winter's not here yet, you know. Autumn and winter are not here yet, although, you know, today you'd think autumn was here. Awful day. Glad we don't have too many days like today, you know. It's not pleasant. So, Harbour, reviewed quite a few of these just recently. Picked up quite a few because I don't know if it's Asda or wherever I got it from. But yeah, there's quite a lot knocking about. It does seem at the moment that certain companies, I'll tell you another one, Bad Company as well, they have got a lot of listings all over the place. Like there's 3 or 4 that I picked up from, they're from Asda. And that's Bad Company, and 4 Pure Brewing Company. It does seem to me that some companies have certainly got their stranglehold in the big shops these days, for whatever reason, you know. Obviously there's a lot of breweries out there. I suppose getting a listing in any of the big shops is difficult. What does make listings difficult is the fact when they charge you to list your beers in their shops, which is really strange, but you know. I never knew this until, who was it? Well, I first found out before I went to Sainsbury's. Somebody was selling, I'll call it milkshake, basically, mud shake. And one of the big supermarkets wanted £20,000 just to stock it on their shelves. And you think, hold on a minute, why are you paying them to stock your product on their shelves? If it's good enough to be on their shelves, why don't they just buy you £20,000 worth of stock off you and stock it themselves? And you know, what goes on in retail is mind-blowing, you know. Obviously there's a lot of backhanders and all that sort of thing, you know. I suppose it's like any company really, you know. Certain people they'll bend over backwards for, and others they won't, you know. Others are well looked after. So, the initial sweetness with the malt coming through. The citrus elements, they're quite a complex little IPA, you know. It's nice enough. I'm not saying it's floating my boat, but 6.3%. The strength doesn't seem to have shown itself. You know, 6.3. You know, you're near King Goblin category strength. In King Goblin, you can really taste the strength and the complexities of that, whereas this fella can't really taste the strength. That's not to say it's not a bad little IPA. So out of 5, breaking it down, dark amber colour, off-white head, good carbonation and lacing, massive citrus aroma to start off with. On the taste, a sweetness, a maltiness, bit of citrus in the background. Overall, a pleasant beer. Different, very different, you know. That maltiness with the citrus is an element that I've not seen in many IPAs, you know, it just doesn't exist. So something very different, something interesting. Not a top 10 beer for me. I've done quite a few top 10s just recently, about 5 on the row. Ridiculous. I don't usually give them out. Not a top 10, but a good effort. So, there we go. Let's get it on camera. Out of 5 for this little fella then. Whilst I liked it, it didn't tick all my boxes that float the boat sort of thing. I'm going to give it about 4.1 out of 5. It was okay, just for me. Not a top-notch beer, but still a very likeable beer. And that malt element with the citrus was quirky to say the least. Right, I'm freezing. I'm going back to the house. Thanks for watching. See you soon.